in the quest for the truth, I just continue to study and try and figure things out, try and have an understanding of what's going on. Everything seems so crazy, nothing seems to make sense, and the more I'm studying and learning, I feel like just everything I've been taught, everything, is not even really the truth. I mean, why is that I'm getting older and I'm feeling like things that I've been taught just aren't really the truth? I mean, I don't know. Maybe what I'm learning now is not the truth. Maybe I'm being tricked, and everything I was taught about religion and the way the world runs, maybe I was taught the right thing, but I don't know. That doesn't seem to add up. That doesn't seem to work well enough to make sense for me. So I continue to just search for the truth. I've been reading a book called Babylon's Banksters. You know, I've long thought there's a connection between ancient history and banks and ancient civilizations and what's going on now. And this book talks about the connection between physics and high finance and ancient religion. So it's kind of mixing them all together. So that book I've been reading about Babylon's Banksters talks about how money, the creation of money, was always associated with the temples way back in those times. And I've been studying the meaning of words. It's always been interesting to me why things were named the things they were named. And you know how I'm going to do another video, do some more research and come up with a nice little video on words and where they come from is associated with money and banking. When talking about where words come from, you know, I've been wondering why a judge rules from the bench, and rather than ruling from the table or the counter or the chair that he sits in. Well, he rules from a bench because bench in Latin, and I'm fluent in Spanish, and in Spanish I know that it means banco. A banco in Spanish is the bank. So him ruling from the bench has something to do with the banks. And see this river here, water is associated with money. This river flows, a liquid asset. The flow of money, like the money flow. You got a liquid asset, and I'm standing on the bank. Here I am, standing on the bank. Why am I standing on a bank? Well, there's another bank over there. The money's flowing between the two banks that I'm standing on. This could be called anything, a cliff, a ledge, but it's called a bank where the money flows in between. You know, the dollar sign, I thought the S stood for silver at one time when I first got into precious metals some time back, a few years. And then I was wondering where that symbol came from. And for a long time I was thinking it was associated with the Spanish dollar or some other symbols. You know, it looks similar to a symbol that used to be used a long time ago for money. But recently I heard that the dollar symbol had an association with the moon. I heard somebody giving a lecture that the moon, you know, money, and M-O-N for money, and M-O-O-N, the word money, association with the moon. And the moon goddess is named Isis. So someone made the point where the S, you bring the IS, ISS, ISIS, you bring them together, you got the S with the two lines. So that's another explanation. I don't know where the truth, you know, that is kind of interesting. You know, something really interesting I was learning about last night, I was reading about, and actually had a book with this in it. Can anyone tell me why Moses, in the paintings that were done of him in the Renaissance times, and I guess between the 1600s, a lot of paintings, he always has horns. I was wondering if anybody could tell me the association. I mean, I read about what it was. I was just wondering if anyone else had come across that in studying anything. Why Moses was drawn with little tiny horns. That's it. You can leave a comment down below.